Hey everybody, Chris from Dogecoin Live here. In this video, we're going to be talking about Dogecoin's rally and whether it's going to continue going forward. We have seen a little bit of settling in the price of Dogecoin, as you can see on the chart here, but we're going to look forward and see how Dogecoin may be trading as we go forward following this Twitter news about payments and the possibility of Dogecoin being used on Twitter. Please be sure to subscribe to the Dogecoin Live channel. Hit that little notification bell. You can be notified when my new videos come out. And also, I have a link in the description below directly to the 24-hour live stream for Dogecoin Live, so be sure to check that out. So what's been happening with Doge? Well, we saw this big run yesterday, and then overnight we have a little bit of a retracement going on, but Doge is still above 9 cents. Looks like it just came down and touched it this morning. And today is kind of an interesting day. We've got this FOMC meeting in the United States. Jerome Powell going to make some statements following most likely a 25 basis point raise in the interest rates to battle inflation. That's right, that's still going on. Jerome Powell usually makes some statements afterwards, and we'll see whether he has this hawkish or dovish tone. We're guessing more hawkish. We'll see how the stock market sort of reacts to that and what happens in the crypto market as well. But we still have this upward channel that Doge has been following, and with this upward channel, Doge is clearly right in the middle of that. So this retracement that we saw overnight isn't too bad, and that's better than the sideways blue lines here, that sideways channel that Doge was on between 8.5 and 9. But we still could see a little bit of a further drop before a possible future rally to come. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at that. Here's a Bitcoinist article here, and this is about Twitter. Elon Musk surprised everyone with news Twitter had started applying for regulatory licenses to enter the payment business in the United States. Sent the Dogecoin price soaring. And there were rumors of this Twitter coin and crypto payments for some time, and we talked about that last year. But however, said first and foremost, he's going to just use fiat currencies, not crypto. And that put a little dampening on some people's mood. But just the idea that there's payments on Twitter, and Elon had previously made statements about cryptocurrencies, in particular Dogecoin. We'll touch on that in a little bit as well. But that got a lot of people excited about Doge and buying Doge, so the price went up. As far as this aspect of the payment product, though, Elon revealed a little bit more yesterday with Billy Marcus, the co-creator of Dogecoin, goes by Shiba Nakamoto on Twitter. And Billy wrote that the co-tweets were stupid, good riddance to get rid of them. And Elon said, you're welcome, because he said he had asked them yesterday to focus on enabling writers to add essays as attachments to tweets, combined with improvements to creator subscriptions, like super follows. You'll be able to publish directly on Twitter and get paid for it. So this is big for Twitter users, especially the ones that have huge followings. They may now be looking at actually getting paid for their tweets and involvement, as well as Elon further said, we're also following ad rev share for ads and creators' tweet replies. So create an interesting thread and get paid for it. So part of this is marketing on Elon's part, but he definitely does want to encourage involvement in Twitter, and that there is going to be ad revenue payment actually going to creators. We would like to see Dogecoin actually used for tipping, to directly tip creators, because that could be a second means for creators to be making money, and then utilizing Dogecoin. But the role of Dogecoin remains unclear. So we had this big surge up to I saw 9.85 was the highest I saw on Binance. Its highest level since back in December. Doge price is still far from the high of the week when Elon acquired Twitter, though. back on November 1st, Doge had gone up to over 15 cents then. So since then, Elon hasn't really mentioned Dogecoin very much. And although this recent surge was due to this report about Twitter's future payment features, it's a fiat-first approach, not crypto. However, they're building in the ability to add crypto later, according to the Financial Times report. So that is good for crypto overall. In addition, Musk's development team is working on the Twitter coin, and we talked about that again last year. That would be a reward system, likely be fiat-based initially, no guarantee that the social network will adopt Doge. If it does, however, the rally at the end of October might just have been a test for Doge, because if Doge is adopted onto Twitter, the price will take off. So now we see Dogecoin's price in the low 9s. So that's gotten rid of a lot of yesterday's gains. However, we had 4 green weekly candles in a row, so that's good. But the price is still in bearish territory. Resistance up at 11 cents would be the next step. We got to get over 10 cents first. But where is that support level if Doge begins to drop? Don't really see that immediately right now, but we'll be tracking that on Dogecoin Live. We'll be talking about that again Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Dogecoin Live. So where is Doge headed in 2023? Are we going to see a continued rally up, or are we going to be seeing the S&P 500 and NASDAQ have a negative reaction to raising interest rates, even though it's probably already priced in, and crypto may follow that and come down a little bit as well. We'll see about that. But the Doge indicator suggests that Doge still likely has some rallying left to do. Its 30-day moving average overtook the 200-day average right here and continues to rise above the longer-term indicator. So what is that? That is, if I go back to the Doge chart and I go to the daily, we're looking at this white line here. This is the 200-day. I use the exponential moving average, or EMA, and Doge is above that on the daily. So we saw yesterday a big rise up to 9.8 cents, and so far today we are in the red for the day, but we're still above that moving average, which right now is at 8.5 cents. So I would say that is probably the support. 8.5 cents would be if we saw further retracement in Dogecoin. So what else do they say here? They go on to say that good relative strength index, it's above 60, which is still holding strong. The main catalyst, of course, for this performance is that Financial Times article about Twitter. And what we saw from Santiment said that the whales, that's right, big buying over 500 transactions worth at least $100,000 each, were largely responsible for yesterday's surge. So we saw whale buying in Doge with this Twitter article news. So the whales are on board with Doge. So we will see going forward. The insiders who shared with Financial Times about this payment system, they don't make any mention particularly of Dogecoin. I talked about this yesterday. So it would be rash to conclude that the article proves payments in Doge are coming to Twitter. And also interesting, Elon's tweet from last April where he said about Twitter, maybe even an option to pay in Doge. Musk has deleted that tweet. So that tweet is no longer there. And that's interesting. Why would he delete that tweet? Could this indicate that he no longer wishes to use Dogecoin on Twitter? That would be bad for Doge. So hopefully that is not the case. Right now we've got this Twitter coin. This was the graphic of it that someone had found, and I showed yesterday the menu system, sort of a beta version of the menu system where Twitter coins would be used on the Twitter platform. It might be Dogecoin, it might not be Dogecoin, might be buyable with Dogecoin, it might not be. It's all speculation now, but that's how Doge trades a lot, is on speculation. So, really, really tough. However, there's little doubt that Dogecoin would rise massively in the following weeks and months if Twitter does integrate with Dogecoin. And so that's what a lot of the hype is about here. And we could see big gains. So as 2023 moves forward, in a recent release by crypto exchange Changely, they suggest Doge will have an average price this year of around 12.9 cents. Some analysts predicting a maximum around 15. And if you look at my video on my 2023 price prediction, I sort of have two, right? I've got one, if Twitter accepts Dogecoin, and I show on the charts this big rise in the price of Doge going up, as well as talking about SpaceX and Tesla possibilities. But overall, around 12 to 13 cents was my prediction, which would still be like over a 60% gain from its current price, which would make for a pretty good profit by any standards. However, in Dogecoin, we've been spoiled by what we saw back in 2021 when Doge took off, 10x, 15x, 20x, and it's like that's what is kind of expected again, but that is unrealistic expectations right now. We're down here at 9 cents, and Doge has a long way to go, a lot of headwinds in 2023 right now, and so we will see how that goes through. So if Twitter does introduce Dogecoin payments at some point, we would expect much bigger gains. So join us on Dogecoin Live. Link in the description below. We'll be talking more about this tonight at 9 o'clock and every night at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. If I'm delayed or can't get on, I will post in the chat earlier in the day about when I'm going to be on, but certainly invite you to come on Dogecoin Live anytime during the day and chat, and others will respond and get into the chat. And this is on 24/7, so please do check that out. As far as this video, please leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about Dogecoin right now as the day after this big surge, and what you think is going to happen with Doge right now in the short term. Give the video a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Dogecoin Live channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.